Welcome in, friends. I have a question for you. Are you feeling confused, maybe misaligned, or imbalanced at all? Because, friends, this episode is especially for you. So stay tuned. You're listening to the Essential Oils Scoop podcast. We're here to help you confidently using essential oils in your daily life. No fluff, just real talk and practical tips. Each episode brings you education, inspiration, and of course, our scoop of the day. Let's elevate your wellness one drop at a time. So, Sarah and I were going through our Essential Emotions book, right? We normally do that. We're trying to pick out how we can best serve you, and we're trying to sprinkle in more of the emotional side into this podcast. Yes, we're all about essential oils, but helping you bridge that gap of using essential oils just for physical. No, my friend, we get to use it for emotional. And so the conversation before we press record was about open-mindedness. And I think this is really going to hit home for a lot of us, including Sarah and I.
Yeah. Because, okay, think about like how many times are we kind of like of the opinion that we're correct or we have the best opinion, right? And we're
Hmm.
not super open-minded to other people's opinions, perspectives, what have you. But also, because we were talking about what oil or what emotion would really serve people for leadership coming up. And
Hmm.
this is what I was just like openness, open-minded to like new ideas, new expectations, new goals, new everything. Like open yourself up and listen to what the information you're getting, distill it down
Listening
to
is
like,
part of that, friends. Do you hear that
yeah,
word Sarah said? Like
listen
listening, taking it in. No.
and like distilling down exactly because I'm you're going if you're going to leadership or this advice applies to any business meeting, any meeting you go to, or any
Mhm.
place you're going to learn something new, right?
Yes.
This applies. Some things you'll already have heard before, and you'll be like, I already know that. Okay. Are you applying? First, the question I want you to ask yourself, are you applying that what you're hearing again?
Mhm.
Or is this like a, hey, you're still not doing it. So stop complaining about I've heard this before and start doing, right? Okay. That's my
Mhm.
number one. Number two question, when you go through this and you're listening to these things, I want you to kind of distill down what's like the three main things you needed to learn. Three takeaways. And I want you to really distill that because we can get bombarded. Sometimes when I go to leadership, I'm like, holy cow, I want to apply, I want to do all the things, right?
Mhm.
And then you get overwhelmed and then you do nothing of the things. I want you to just, if you're going into any meeting, anything where you're learning new things, I want you to go, what are the three things I can implement into it? One thing I can do immediately, one thing I can work on, and one thing in the future I really want to implement. And when you break it down that way, you're not overwhelmed because you're like,
Mhm.
oh, I can do this immediately. Maybe it's social media, right? Maybe you're like, I need to be more open to doing social media posts or
Mhm.
I'm already doing a social media post. I need to be more open to having conversations in those on those posts with people.
Mhm.
You can always learn something new, right? But maybe it's just applying
Absolutely.
one thing immediately. What can you do immediately? What can you work on and doing soon? And what's the thing you really want to have accomplished by the end of the year?
Mhm.
That, my friends, if you're open to listening to those three things, I feel like you're really going to get this. So, when Vicki and I were talking about open-mindedness, this is why. Because this, if you are having a hard time with overwhelm, with feeling like you have certain beliefs or certain opinions of things, you're kind of narrow-minded, this is going to help expand you. And this is what we want. We
Well,
want
that's where
you to
growth is. That I mean,
yes,
let's
absolutely.
call it what it is. That's where growth, that's where the growth happens. And if this is brand new information falling on your ears and heart right now, welcome. You are in the perfect place at the perfect time. So there's a lot here. And honestly, Sarah and I could have probably a 2 hour conversation with y'all today just on this, but we're going to leave it to our normal time frame. There is an essential oil that we want to highlight, and it is the essential oil of centering. But before that, there's this question. So, open-mindedness, I think it would benefit all of mankind if we were more flexible and open-minded. and willing to receive that input. Now, is all input for you? No, no, but the the rigidness that I've seen in my clients and even in myself is that when I put up that wall and when I am not open to receiving any bit of information, there is no growth happening in my life. I am not evolving into the next version of Vicki that I'm supposed to be evolving into. And I don't want that for you. It is time to start working on the new version of you. You're not, in my opinion, and Sarah, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, it's not even about right or wrong, but Vicki a year ago is not the same Vicki that is speaking into this mic right now. Life has changed, life has evolved, things have happened, experiences have been had and been made. And I contribute a good chunk of it to the open-mindedness that I've had in where my life is going. So
And we're
hopefully,
meant to. We're
yes,
meant to grow. We're meant to expand. We're
yes,
meant to change. We're not meant to be the same person we were a year ago, 6 months ago,
not at
five
all.
years ago, 10 years ago. If you are living in that life that you were 5 years ago, I'm going to invite you gently, but very firmly, invite you to start making some changes in your life because you're not meant to be stagnant.
No.
Like, truthfully, I believe that that's purgatory. Like,
Hmm.
you're not moving, you're not growing, you're not developing. That's like hell,
Hmm.
like in my opinion. Like, stagnation is not
Like
growth.
Groundhog's Day over and
Yeah.
over again.
Well, do you really want that for your life? Do you really just want to? And we do get caught sometimes. I see this, right? We get caught in
Hmm.
cycles of like day to day rat racy type stuff.
Hmm.
But that is not what your life is supposed to be like. Your
No.
life is supposed to be full and ever evolving.
Yes. Yes. So Sarah and I, before this episode, friends, we just did an episode for you and it aired right before this one. And it's all about clary sage. So after this episode, I would highly encourage you to go back because clary sage is another essential oil that you can lean into for open-mindedness. Today's conversation is going to be around align essential oil. But before that, I want to ask you a question. And this question comes from the Essential Emotions book. Friends, get yourself the dang book. Okay? Do yourself a favor. Thank you very much. The question is, how do I react when someone challenges my strongly held beliefs or opinions? Oof. How do I react when someone challenges my strongly held beliefs or opinions? What part of me feels threatened by different perspectives from my own? Yeah. That's not just a, oh, I have the answer and this is what it is. No, this is the thinker, and I want you to think on that. And I am hoping in this conversation Sarah and I are having for you guys, for your benefit, is that you keep an open mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the other oils, I know you touched on clear sage, wild orange, rosemary, thyme, green mandarin. Like, these are all amazing oils. We have episodes on wild orange. We have episodes on thyme. We have episodes on green mandarin. So we can put those
Hmm.
in there. Um, but if maybe align when we discuss it in a few minutes, maybe that's not going to feel 100% aligned with you. Maybe it's not something you're like, no. But if you get the book, okay, and we're going to show you the cover here. You need to get this book, okay? This is the Essential Emotions book. You need to get this. The description will be it. The link will be in the below in the description for this book. Okay, it always is. We always put this in because we believe in it that much. It's that
Hmm.
important. Okay, get the book, read the other descriptions, and answer these questions because these questions. If you're looking for growth, you're looking for change, you're looking to change out of maybe the stagnant things that are happening in your life right this second, do the questions because the last question Vicki didn't ask you, and I think is a fantastic question. What do I need to heal and to increase my tolerance of things that stretch or contradict my worldview?
My
Think about
answer
that.
is a lot for me.
Yeah,
Constantly healing. Hmm.
we all have things to heal from. We all
Mm.
do.
Yeah.
But what do we need to do? And I love, I talk a lot about stretching and growing and expansion and potential, right? Like you always, if you listen to this podcast long enough, I'm always, those are my like things that I talk about a lot is expansion and growth and personal development and doing the things. But these questions can change your life if you allow them to.
Mhm.
So let's jump into a line for a minute. Like, I'm
Yes.
excited.
Sarah, you go first because I feel like I'm just gonna gab away. This is one of the
Well,
oils in the trio in the,
yes, the
oh, go
yoga
ahead.
collection.
Touch on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of it's like Vicki and I were just talking about like our favorites in what order they're our favorites of the yoga collection, and we both agree Arise is actually our favorite.
Hmm.
Um, but Align is my second for
Hmm.
sure. I
Same. Hmm.
love Align. And it is the oil of centering that Vicki was just kind of mentioning earlier. Align calls the soul back to its center. Okay, so think about that. Think about calling your life back into center because
The
it gets
focus. Hmm.
crazy. It gets crazy when we go in 50 million different directions, then we stop and we're like, wait, where am I? Do you ever feel that way? Do you ever feel like you are on like this bullet train going 60 miles an hour every night someplace and you're like, wait, at the end of the day, you're like, wait, what did I even do today? Right? Like, I think sometimes we equate busyness with importance. If our schedule's filled, we feel important.
My
And
system is still working on that. Yeah, absolutely. Like it's like, oh, you're not running a million miles an hour in different directions. What's wrong?
yeah,
Hmm.
is there really anything wrong with that? No, coming back to
No.
center is so important. It gently reaches into the heart space to shift heavy energies that are inhibiting progress, disrupting stillness and flow.
How many times
What?
have we said we get in our own way, right?
Uh-huh. What is inhibiting your progress right now? What is disrupting your stillness? What's disrupting your flow? What are the things that are getting in the way of that? Like these are like think about these questions as we're talking about this. While working on the heart center, it recalibrates an individual's inherent integrity to brings awareness, the costs of misalignment. It reminds that self-awareness, even if temporarily unpleasant, it's a gateway for further expansion and growth. Okay. Like right there, we could be done, right? Like,
Hmm.
how many
Yeah.
times is growth actually comfortable for you?
Uh, Never, usually. It stretches you. Growth stretches you.
It's like when you're using muscles, right? Like if you go to the gym and you lift a bunch of weights, your arms are sore at the end of the day. If you did it properly and did enough, right? You're like, my arms are a little sore. Not to the point where you can't lift anything for the rest of the day, but they're a little sore, right? Because if you can't lift anything the next day, then you probably overdid it. But if they're just a little sore, and you know what I mean when I say workout sore, they're a little sore. They're there. And then like you never use them again because it was painful. You never go back to the gym again. You can't sit there and expect yourself to have big muscles if you never do it again because it was painful. You
Hmm.
have to work through. I mean, what happens to your muscles is you get these teeny tiny little micro tears. They have to heal. And when they heal, they heal over and they get a little bit bigger. And every time you do that, that's what you're doing. Micro tears getting bigger, micro tears getting bigger, micro tears getting bigger. Same with your personal development. When you stretch yourself outside your comfort zone, you're making little micro tears in yourself and your self-awareness, and it's getting bigger and it's expanding and it's micro mental sometimes. But eventually, if you look back, you're going to be like, wow, I really did create a lot of growth.
Hmm. Yeah. In the Essential Emotions book, I love this sentence, Sarah, that it says this blend invites individuals to pause and practice self-acceptance during moments of self-reflection, which allows them to act from a more conscious and clear space. And the conscious and clear space kind of hit home because you can invite yourself to do some reflection, self reflection, But in my opinion, you definitely have to anchor into the openness so you are allowed a more conscious and clear space for it. Like they have to play at the same time. They're too intertwined. I want to feel more aligned. I want to feel more open-mindedness, more love, feel more centered. Well, if you want to feel these feelings, if you want to anchor into them, then Align essential oil is definitely a tool that we would highly recommend you lean into. Diffusing, applying topically, over your stomach, your chest, your chakras, right? Your mid back. We don't have to live our life with frustration all the time. We don't have to live conflicted. Oh my gosh, girl. Like before oils were in my life, I could have used Align. So much to be conflicted over. This would have helped decrease the the misalignment that was occurring. Totally. If I could go back, I would take Align with me.
I love the line where it talks about this blend invites individuals to refrain from projecting onto others inaccurate or unkind motives, instead allows for reflection of goodness to manifest in those whom they come into contact.
Love it.
I mean, how many times, like, and I don't want to bring in current events, world current events right now, but I feel like the whole world could use this right this second.
Oh yeah. We need a very massive plane with a tank full of Align. Just sprinkle it. Diffuse it for the whole world to
Like,
breathe in. Hmm.
agree, like 100%. I'm like sitting there and I'm looking at that line and I just keep my eyes keep getting drawn to the exact same line. And I'm like, we need to reflect goodness and manifest goodness into others. Like, we need that.
Hmm.
We
Hmm.
need to refrain from projecting onto others inaccurate or unkind motives. We think if they don't believe or look the same as us or have the same belief systems or political systems or whatever you want to call it, religious systems, whatever, that their motives are dark
Hmm.
or unkind or they're evil, right? Like,
Hmm.
and we don't listen to other people's perspectives anymore. We don't have conversations. It's all defensive. Everything is defensiveness, like anger, defensive. Like, we don't ever take this time to center ourselves, to align with our beliefs in a loving, gentle way. It's it's all or nothing. It's angry, it's defensive, it's my way or the highway. It's
Yeah.
so much of that is
Accusatory.
happening.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Where, it restores emotional balance by reorienting the heart back to its state of pure, of true purpose, love, right?
Hmm.
Like, let's reorient ourselves. Let's get back into center. Let's find out what things are blocking our healing so we can get back to that center, so we can have more open-mindedness, so we can
Hmm.
listen to other people's perspective. What do we need to heal into ourselves so that we can open up again and so we can listen? What needs to
Hmm.
heal inside of you? I think there's a
Yeah.
lot of things we can all look at and say, what needs to heal inside of me so I can be more open to learning, to acceptance.
And friends, that's where we begin. That's where we get to begin is from the inside out. If you miss that step, you're missing the point of this conversation. Put us on repeat until you can really anchor in to the truth that is it has to start from within. The misalignment, feeling conflicted, all of that, the confusion, got to fix it within you before you can ever receive it from any outside influence. It
Yeah.
doesn't work the other way around. Been there,
Yeah.
done that, tried it. Just
It's
ask
it's
anybody.
definitely inner work that needs to be done. Like,
Hmm.
the same with when, like, my kids will say, that person made me angry. No, you chose anger, you know? yes, they may have done something that was offensive, but you still chose that. And too many times we're choosing the quick emotion versus the right emotion. And I'm not perfect at this. There's plenty of times when people annoy me, plenty of times when I jump to oh my gosh, would you believe that this
Mhm.
person did this? I had that experience yesterday about something, and I was like so frustrated and so angry. And I was like, that was so disrespectful and blah, 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 blah. I let it ruin my morning. I let it truly ruin my morning. And now, like, thinking, then when I could like separate myself from the actual event versus my reaction versus what really happened, was it disrespectful? Yes. Was it frustrating? Yes. Should it have happened in the first place that what this person had done? No. They should have been an adult and they weren't in the situation. And, but me allowing that to take away my peace for several
Mhm.
hours, that's on me, not on them. What they
Mhm.
did was wrong, dumb,
But that's
disrespectful,
them. That's
but
on
that's
them.
them. My part
Mhm.
in this is I allowed that to affect my morning, and I should not have. And of
Mhm.
course, so like when I say I'm not perfect about this, obviously I'm not perfect because I
Work
just
in
dealt with it
progress is
yesterday.
over here. That's for sure.
But at the same time, looking back, taking a hot minute to calm down about it, I realize, yeah, all the things that I was thinking yesterday about the person is true. But I should not have allowed that to take away my peace for more than 5 minutes. And it
Mhm.
didn't. I allowed it to fester for several hours. And that's not
Mhm.
okay.
Mhm. Yeah. Friends, these oils have been such a crucial part in Sarah and I's life for quite some time. And one of the reasons, and maybe we've shared this before, I mean, we're almost at 300 episodes over here, but one of the reasons we share this is because we're real people living real lives. And we've witnessed over and over again with conversations with friends, family, team, these tools have significantly helped people in more ways than one. And our mindset plays a really big role in how we live our life, how we choose to live our life. And so if you are feeling misaligned, if you are feeling, you know, just imbalanced, if you're projecting onto others, hi, I'm Vicki and I used to do that. Okay. Used to. So happy I am who I am today. Then align essential oil. Sarah's smiling because she knows all the ins and outs. Lucky her. Not she, Align is going to be the essential oil of centering, and it could be a great tool for you. I'm going
Yeah.
to end what I have to say to you with my scoop of the day. And my scoop of the day is for you to put what we're saying into practice for yourself. So, what does that mean? That means using this oil at the capacity you feel you need to, diffusing it, applying it topically, or leaning into one of the other oils like rosemary, like any, what was it? Thyme, green mandarin, wild orange, or clary sage. Go back an episode and listen in. But do this for you because you matter. And there's so much more greatness that comes when you work through your blocks. I love you.
Well, I think you should. I'm going to give you a diffuser blend, but I also want you to use this topically. I want you to use this topically on your chest, on your stomach. Um, if you're into chakras, mid chakras, all your middle chakras, excellent oil to be using. Um, but I want you to use it physically. I also want you to use this diffuser blend as you use these questions that we talked about journaling through. So, and it's a very simple diffuser blend. It's 4 drops of Align and 4 drops of grapefruit. And just diffuse that. Start diffusing that blend and see how it works for you. See how you're able to work through some of these questions. And maybe more questions will come up as you think and allow yourself that time to center. Allow yourself to come back to center. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I don't have time for this. I promise you, I'm going to make a promise to you. As you find the time to try this, to center in, to work a little bit on within, I bet and I promise you that you're going to find more time in your schedule. All of a sudden, things are going to come into perspective a lot easier. You're going to be able to let go of some of the fluffy things that no longer serve you. And you're going to bring in and call into your life more things that will serve you even better because you are willing to take the time to come back to center. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed today's episode and are feeling inspired to dive in even deeper into the world of essential oils. Want exclusive offers, content, and recipes? Click on the newsletter link in the show notes today. Looking for even more wellness inspiration? Dive into our previous episodes and stay in the loop by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at the Essential Oil Scoop Podcast. Thanks for being a part of our essential oil family. And remember, hit the subscribe button to be notified every time we upload a brand new episode.